id Software presents Doom, the Dark Ages, a dark fantasy sci-fi shooter that delivers searing combat and explosive visuals in an epic cinematic story worthy of the Doom Slayer's legend. Dominate demon-infested battlefields with bone-crunching tools of mayhem, take flight atop the fierce mecha dragon, or pummel enemies in a 30-story Atlantic. Stand and fight! Starting May 15th on Xbox Series X and S, PlayStation 5, and PC. Pre-order now. Rated M for mature.
What if you could turn your curiosity for true crime into a degree? At Southern New Hampshire University, you can. Southern New Hampshire University offers over 200 degrees you can earn completely online, including subjects like forensic psychology, criminology, and crime analysis. And with low online tuition, Southern New Hampshire University makes earning your degree affordable, flexible, and achievable. Find your degree at snhu.edu/lastpodcast. That's snhu.edu/lastpodcast.
There's no place to escape to.
This is the last podcast.
On the left.
Side stories?
That's when the cannibalism started.
Side stories. Yes. I mean, I want Lois Lane getting her pussy eaten out by the Superdog. I want the fucking...
I mean, that's a lot.
I want Superman fucking having sex with the Green Lantern, giving himself 4 butts.
Yeah.
That's the only way I'm watching these movies.
Yeah.
Is that I need the other guys from Wakanda arriving, and they're fucking having fun.
And they're kissing and they're sucking and they're fucking.
Everybody's kissing. I think that also it's like if Spider-Man had a hole in the suit and he could shoot webs out of his
He does have a
penis.
hole in the suit.
Yeah, he can shoot webs.
No, but they comes on magically. The suit comes on magically, and he's got a hat.
I think if he could shoot webs out of the wrist of his suit,
You
then
got
he
a
could
hole.
shoot webs out of the cock of his suit.
Oh, yeah.
But he doesn't ever because everybody's leaving
'Cause
money
it's
on the
PG.
table. No, it's because they're weak and they're stupid, and it's why superhero movies are never going to properly cut the mustard.
Somebody's upset.
I'm not upset.
Sounds like you're upset.
No, this is me having fun.
This is you having fun?
This
I'm
is me.
scared of your fun.
You
Yeah.
should be.
Yeah.
You should be, because my fun doesn't leave any stone unturned. My fun does not leave any bridge unburnt.
I like my superhero movies, but I understand that they have no place in this conversation.
Exactly.
Because we are talking about movies about aliens today.
Welcome to Side Stories.
Yes.
My name's Henry Zabrowski. I'm sitting here with Edward Larson.
Oh, no, I'm so big.
Really good.
Thank you.
And I'm
I've
also
been working on it.
Ed got us all sick. We're all dying here. And we're also sitting here with my fetid, strange, little DNA runoff, Jackie Zabrowski.
It's me. I'm all gloopy and sloopy. Oh no, am I the alien? I'm not. I'm a girl.
You are, but we
she's-
still don't understand your parts.
No, and you never will. And you have no idea where my tentacles are going to come out from. But don't worry, they always come out at the wrong time.
You know what I've heard? Actually, uteruses do come from Venus.
Yeah?
When they plop
Oh.
down in the water. The first woman crawled out of the Indian Ocean. This is true.
Yeah.
As just a uterus with fins.
Interesting.
And
Wow.
then slowly but surely, those fins turned into tits. That turned into a head.
The most important parts.
Yeah,
Yes.
no, tits were first.
Yeah,
tits.
well, the uterus was first. I mean, obviously.
Well, the tits- yeah.
How
you
else
got
gonna
the
make more
ute,
humans?
and then
Right.
you got the boot, which is the butt,
Yes.
and then the head,
Ute in the boot.
and then the tits.
Oh, so
Hell yeah.
tits are fourth and fifth?
All together at once. This is not what today's episode is about.
It could be.
Today's episode is
I'll
about...
talk about utes and boots if you
I
want
love
to.
Utes and Boots. Tell me about it. That's my new store. That's my new Western gear store.
Utin' and bootin',
You know
everybody.
me. If you're Utin, you better take a bootin'.
Yes.
We are actually going to... Utin is what women should call just living.
Yeah.
We are talking about alien movies today.
Every day I'm utin' and utin' and utin'. Every day I'm utin' and utin' and utin'.
The reason why we're talking about alien movies is because we are headed towards Contact in the Desert, and we love film. Here, we've talked about film several times as a triptych, and I think that Eddie brought this up. I think it's good to talk about alien movies because I think even amongst sci-fi films within the sci-fi genre, you would call the alien film its own part of the genre.
Yeah, they lean into horror.
Sometimes.
Sometimes, exactly.
Sometimes they lean into discovery, because for me, the gamut of alien movies goes from like Closer Encounters of the Third Kind to Alien to things like Mac and Me.
Yes.
To
Oh, yeah,
things
for sure.
Like that. Like what was the one with the other one with the guy Gossett Jr.? Louis Gossett Jr.
Enemy Mine.
Enemy Mine.
Yes, that's
Is
a good
another
one,
good
Yes.
alien movie.
Yeah, that one scared the shit out of me when I was a
Yes,
kid.
dude.
It's fucking weird. Stargazer or Starman with
Starman, yeah,
which is great.
Man who fell to the world,
Fell
to
to
the
Earth.
earth.
Yeah,
it fell.
But then that's again this conversation really it depends on what we're defining alien as here.
So here's what I want to say. First of all, no comic books, no Marvel, no DC.
No.
Those
Okay,
aliens don't count.
You're saying that, and you said, and up top you said no superhero movies.
No.
But I do have one that I feel like could ebb both genres.
Let's talk about it.
And I said ebb. Just go with it. Ebb like it's a web, okay? Like it's being spread, like its legs are being spread like a web.
Yeah.
I'm still thinking about the holes in the webs, okay?
Webs have legs.
Meteor Man. Meteor Man!
Meteor Man.
That's
Man.
not a superhero movie.
But
It is, though.
It is a superhero movie, but it is also an alien movie. But I feel that is a movie that encompasses both.
Yeah.
Meteor Man!
Meteor Man's fun, but Pluto Nash can go fuck.
Couldn't definitely go
Pluto
fuck.
Nash can suck my dick.
Yes, but Meteor Man is great.
That is so you decided of all of the films in the history of film, you went back and picked Meteor Man. I love Meteor Man.
Is he an alien?
It is because
No,
he's not an alien.
but
No,
it's a
he touches a
meteor
comet.
that comes down. But then here's the thing. Okay, this is what my question to you guys is. Is it still an alien
No.
if it is a meteorite that comes down
It has
and
to be
infects
alive.
him, but it is from outer space?
No, it needs to be its own
Okay,
alien.
all right, it has to be its own alien. Hey, this is a conversation,
No, we're
Henry.
talking.
You're coming in defensive. I'm asking the question because then, alien, right?
Yeah.
Foreign things coming into your country. Austin Powers. Is he an alien?
No, that's
Time
different.
traveling.
Now we're getting political.
That's an
Time
immigrant.
traveling, but also an alien.
That's an immigrant.
And but it's
Looper's
but
not
it is from a
alien
different
movie.
portion. I'm
It's not. No,
here-
you're just saying the word. No.
But
This
some
isn't
aliens could be us from the future, Henry.
different. But I'm just saying, guys. No. We immediately went off the
Oh,
rails
yeah.
here.
I'm here.
This is
I'm
not just
blowing it all
aliens
up.
because
Yeah.
if it's gonna be alien, if
No
it's gonna
Star
be
Wars, no Star
No, I
Trek.
don't care about those.
no,
Those
we will
can go
do.
fuck.
no
we will
Guardians of the
do an
Galaxy.
immigrant film.
I
Series.
want an immigrant film series. Thank you.
I would love to do
Thank
that.
you.
We will, but that's
I-
not today.
But I only want to talk about Austin Powers when we do it.
But he's also technically a federal employee.
Yeah, and he's not. He doesn't.
Defunded.
He works for the Brits. He's not an American citizen.
No, he's a British spy.
Yeah, but he never swears in.
But most of the movies take place in London.
Yeah.
Oh, jolly-o.
Again, you went down
You
the
know what-
wrong path immediately at the very top of this whole
You know
assignment.
what it was? It was because last night I received the assignment late. And let's say I had quite a few hog's legs at this point, and I started laughing to myself.
And you are talking about pork and not weed.
Yeah, obviously, yeah. I'm chomping, I'm grabbing, I'm gnashing.
She can tell the fat content goes up in her blood when she gets the rosacea.
Yeah, baby. And I'm all flush, but not with the horn. I'm flushed with the space. But are we flushed with the space balls? And how do you feel about barf being considered an alien?
This is the thing. Again, we were trying to say no Star Wars either.
I think Spaceballs is out.
Yes.
Okay.
I
all
think
right.
actually, how about this? Movies that take place in outer space are out.
Well, unless they specifically involve an alien
They're
film.
not an alien in outer space.
Mom
They're
and Dad
not.
saved
They're
the world.
home.
But Mom and Dad saved the world. If you think about it, that is human beings then going. So then the humans are the aliens.
Yes.
It still is an alien-centered film. I would say Mom and Dad Save the World is an alien-centered film. That is an alien movie. They're on
And
an
part
alien
of it's
land,
on Earth.
and part of it's on Earth, and they go up there. That has the child molester and the other guy who's a woman in that.
Yeah, Chester.
Chester.
Child molester.
No, that's the guy. That's the father. Patty Perkins.
Patty Perkins.
Yep. So here's some other aliens. So when
Okay,
I
yeah,
typed
no,
in,
these are actual alien movies.
Terry
yes.
Garr.
Terry Garr.
R.I.P.
and so I typed in alien film, and this is what comes up: Contact, Starman, E.T.,
Yes.
Galaxy Quest.
Sure.
Makes sense.
Galaxy Quest, I don't count.
I put
Why?
some of my favorite.
Because it's in space. They don't ever go to Earth.
I mean, I do sort of. I see what he's saying.
It's like a fantasy film.
So you don't.
It's like I think it's more like Lord of the Rings than E.T.
But it's still
But what
about aliens.
And what about Alien? Because Alien does take place on the Nostromo.
Yeah.
And
You
it's
can't
very.
say that's not an alien
It is an
movie.
But it
alien
is. I
movie.
think. You know what it makes it an alien movie? It's all humans versus alien.
Sure, I can actually see that too. I feel the same way with the Species. Ooh yeah,
Yeah,
Ooh,
Species.
yeah.
Species is fun.
Species.
That's on Earth.
Spicy.
Yes.
Yeah. Good fuck movie.
And honestly,
Good fuck movie. Where's my good old fashioned fuck movie? That's not Baby Girl. Ugh.
Yeah, Baby Girl sucks.
Natalie and I tried to watch it, and
You're both
it had the
frozen and
opposite.
it's sad.
No,
I
it's
didn't
not.
like
We
it.
had it had the opposite effect.
No,
on us.
I think it was very demeaning to women, and we'll get into it on a different podcast.
Yeah, on the immigrant podcast where women are immigrants.
I would love to have a kink conversation with both of you.
Yeah.
No,
It
it's
is
not a-
not demeaning. It's completely. We're not
She
gonna go-
still needs a man.
Okay.
She still needs a dude.
If she was completely independent, she could have
not
sex with a
fighting about
vacuum
this.
She
cleaner.
should have fired his fucking ass.
Yeah, she'd been like, "Fuck you! Don't you disrespect me? I'm the boss."
You guys know so much more about the female experience than I do, and I appreciate you both. Now, here's the thing.
You're not an expert here.
I feel
in this room.
So then, but then I'd love to talk about alien comedies because
Yes.
I didn't realize in thinking about all of these alien movies, I realize as a whole, I am way more scared of space in general than I am of individual aliens. Because I truly
That's why you
believe,
grip on Jeff so hard.
Yeah, because he's got a big space.
No, you're scared of him leaving and leaving
Oh, yeah.
space.
But also, I'm scared of the gravity going away and me just being sucked up into the universe. But that's just, you got to grip on to the ones that you love.
Yes.
I am.
You wear a space belt.
Yeah.
You wouldn't drift into space.
Well, no, that's to keep my space pants up.
No, it's the space pants
those are the space
attached
suspenders.
to your space shirt. Yeah, it's all attached.
Yeah, it's all attached, baby. I wanted to talk about Coneheads and I wanted to talk about
Great.
Earth Girls Are Easy.
I haven't seen somebody take a sandwich like that since my mom.
Coneheads is amazing.
Coneheads
It's a wonderful
holds up.
movie.
Now, last night, I was with some friends and we were going to watch Earth Girls Are Easy because of this prompt, but then we had the conversation of, does it hold up? We talked about it for so long, we didn't end up watching the movie. But then in talking through it, that I was like, I think it still holds up. When was the last time you watched Earth Girls Are Easy?
25 years.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
it's been a really long time. And I remember I loved it. Yeah, I loved those things.
Well, think about the fact that Jeff Goldblum, Jim Carrey, and I believe Damon Wayans
And
are
Gina-
the three aliens in that movie.
Yeah.
That's
and
pretty cool.
They do it. That was stacked because I went about the time they did Once Bitten. But you know what? To be honest, I am not a fan of the 80s screwball sex comedy. I am kind of over it. Earth Girls Are Easy is very much a screwball sex comedy more than anything else.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And I want my alien movies for the most part to have a touch of, like, you can go to fantasy, like Flight of the Navigator.
Great.
I love Flight of the Navigator because it both is an adventure film,
I like all Florida movies.
all sure, but it's also this. It has a touch of why we're making a movie about an alien, which is we're introducing another way of thinking. We're expanding our experience in a way that we would never be able to get on our own. And so there's something about Flight of the Navigator that to me is one of those. That's a good example of the difference between that and Earth Girls Are Easy, which is just to see Gina Davis with no bra on.
Of course.
Yes.
Is there a trauma that happens in Flight of the Navigator? Because I haven't seen it since I was a kid, but I remember something about it that really made me very sad.
It's
But
just
that's
that
all I remember.
All
from it.
80s child movies back in the day had a wonderful sense of what it actually was like to be a kid,
Which is sad.
which is and dangerous,
Yeah.
and scary. And
Like
they would
Prancer?
they would
Oh.
allow things to be sad. They would allow things to be scary for kids, unlike now where they're not allowed to feel any emotion. So they are now obviously everything's all saccharine and everything's all about everything's fine or whatever.
Yeah.
But it's like this stuff is like it's nice. You just remember this because it felt like because the kid was genuinely on his own.
Yeah,
I mean,
that and he was hanging out with the alien who became like real friends with.
Yes.
Right.
And then what the trauma is they tried to take his friend from him.
Yeah.
And so maybe
And it's
just
very
as
sad.
a kid in seeing that, it just really, and I haven't seen it since. And I was also thinking about watching it last night, and I was like, I feel like I just remember a profound sadness in watching this movie.
It's called nostalgia.
It's got E.T. It's got that E.T. vibe.
Yeah.
It's got the Mac and Me vibe where you become friends and someone wants to steal your friend.
And one of my hardest things about, like, truly about E.T., which I'll always kind of like, I am thankful that they have gone ahead and, I guess, re-put the guns back in.
Yes.
I believe that they did that.
You can watch either version.
When they took the guns out of the movie, but in the end, like, Spielberg went back. He wanted to make sure it was, like, good for kids or
And
whatever.
they CGI'd E.T. a little bit, like him hopping over logs and shit like that.
They did a sheen over it. It's really funny.
Yeah,
Did he show his little legs?
So bad.
Yeah.
He looks like Kermit.
Oh, but I love Kermit's little legs when they show his legs.
I do too, but it's different than when it's E.T.
Okay.
And so it's like, but that was like one of those things where I watched that and I was like, when you take the guns out of their hands, I know why you're doing it, but you're also removing the stakes entirely.
Yes.
You're removing what this is
And
really
as a fat
about.
man, if you remove the stakes, I ain't coming.
Why am I here? Why am I here?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, E.T., but yeah, they re-released it, but now you can watch the older version if you get your hands on it, I believe.
But E.T.'s like, I still very much, obviously, I like
E.T.'s an unbelievable film. Now, how about this? E.T. or Close Encounters?
Close Encounters.
Close Encounters.
Every
Really?
time.
Yeah.
I think I go E.T. actually.
Really?
I think Close Encounters is like, if you're like Henry and you're a bigger fan of aliens in general, it's got the lore.
All of it.
It's got the research.
The idea that maybe Spielberg, like, this is where I love the conspiracy edge too, because Spielberg, at the time, he had government consultants working on that movie.
Yes.
Jacques Vallée, who was one of my favorite theoreticians, my favorite alien thinkers. He was also a consultant on the movie. He's portrayed as a character within the movie. The French guy in Close Encounters of the Third Kind is based off of that guy.
Yeah.
And so Spielberg technically was told many times that this was like, that's why there's a lot of conspiracy
Was
theories.
the ship in the desert something that actually happened?
No, but the idea of the U.S. government coming up with a communication protocol to talk with something that doesn't speak is actually, I guess, like part of the government research he got that he slipped into the movie.
I'm sorry, you mean like Arrival? Like what happens in Arrival, that's what...
Basically, the idea of using tones, like when he does the whole, like, they talking to the aliens,
right?
That came from a government concept of, if we are approached by another species or something from outer space, how do we communicate?
Whoa!
And so
cool.
that is what's awesome. That's what's awesome. And
Hell
then I feel like that's almost Steven Spielberg's crowning achievement is Close Encounters of the Third Kind.
And it's just, the end's beautiful.
It's wonderful.
It is.
I love with, by the way, there's going to be spoilers in this.
If you haven't seen Close Encounters of the Third Kind,
I don't know what to tell you, bro.
I think we're going to be loose-lipped for the rest of the episode.
Yeah, we're sinking ships.
I think that you should know that there will be some spoilers ahead. But at the end with the aliens, when he got little girls to portray the aliens. He, like, all the little aliens at the end, you know how they're walking around, they're all like chilled girls. Like,
why?
Because he liked the way they moved.
Oh.
He liked the way they were gentle and stuff like that.
Yeah, they're all little kids.
And he didn't want people to be scared of him. He wanted people to be enamored with him. And so they're all cast as they're all little girls cast.
What is more enamoring than the movement of a little girl? Nothing makes me more filled with amour.
Nobody has
than the
ever said
movement.
they want to fuck the Close Encounter aliens.
I am deeply attracted to the movement of a little girl.
No. Thank
That was
Yvonne. Is that the guy you're saying? Thank Yvonne.
The Jacques Vallée.
Oh,
Yes.
Yeah, Jacques Vallée actually was the first person to sing that song.
Yeah, and also Spielberg. We got to mention War of the Worlds.
I think that War of the Worlds, we talked about this right before we started recording, is a sleeper fantastic movie.
I really like it, but I think that it lost its cock at the end of the movie.
It did.
When they let the kid, when they didn't kill the son. They should have killed that motherfucker.
Kill him right off.
He was an idiot. Show people that there's consequences for your fucking idiot actions.
I agree.
You know, like,
there should be more kids need to die in
killing.
films.
Yes.
There needs to. I've talked about this.
Yeah.
Kill the child.
Raise the stakes.
Let the kids know that if you fuck up,
You die
you're
in the
dead.
film. You die.
You
Bro.
dead, dude.
All right, Tom Cruise is not coming back. He's 5'2". He's not going to protect you. All right, he doesn't care. He's out there looking for a dick to suck.
But
he's
they
not
made-
here to protect you, little boy.
No, or a fish to suck his dick. It
We
depends on
know
what he's looking
that.
for.
Or maybe he was enamored with the activities of a little girl.
Oh yeah, here it comes full circle. The fish is the woman.
Wow.
Yeah. Where are your gills?
They're underneath my flaps.
Yep. Remember, you, tits,
Yeah, man,
gills,
gills.
head, then the butt.
The gills come seventh in, importance. It depends on how you look at the gills and how much you want to stick your dick inside of them.
You're already talking. He already brought up. Give us more prompts, Eddie. You got some good
I'm
prompts.
working on. Well, Predator. I mean, well, first of all, we talked about Arrival. Let's talk about Arrival.
Sure.
Well, that's the first Contact film.
Yeah. Well,
I'd almost say it's his own genre itself, even amongst alien
so I have.
movies.
All right, then let's go back even further. Alien abduction versus alien invasion versus alien contact.
Yes.
There's three
Okay,
different things
okay,
here.
okay.
Right? There's three different things going on here. I think alien
they have different
abduction
structures.
are horror movies.
Yes.
Alien invasion are action movies, and alien contacts are kind of like drama.
That's actually that's a
For
very
the
good
most part,
breakdown.
Yeah.
It's a
yeah,
very,
yeah.
very good breakdown because it's true. All the alien abduction movies, Dark Skies, Fire in the Sky,
Yeah.
There's a Communion. They all have an edge of the horror to it, which is the truth of being space raped.
And also in being brought to an unknown place. Like, that's already very upsetting, and you never get taken to a second location. I know these things.
We know these things. But abductions are also, I'm trying to think of, like, my mind, I'm trying to think of what's a positive alien abduction movie? What? Cocoon.
Cocoon. Well, do they get abducted?
Well,
Sorta.
They come. That's an invasion. They come and they put the eggs in the pool. And the old
Are they
people-
all aliens at the time? I don't remember Cocoon.
Cocoon? They come. It's an old person's home, and they show up.
They're
and
all
then there's
like
a bunch of
45 in
fucking
it.
weird eggs in the bottom of the pool. And there's like
Yeah.
these giant eggs in the pool, and they're trying to figure out what it is. And then all of a sudden, like they all get powerful.
am I wrong that I just remember this being very, very boring, but I haven't seen it for a very
was-
long time?
I went and
Boring
saw
for
it in the
kids.
theater. Yeah, I remember loving it as a kid.
I
to
liked
be
it as a
honest
kid.
with you. But I Dom Amici, so much fun. Brian Dennehy, Wilford Brimley. I mean, like, this is
You
great.
can't find this movie now, by the way. It's
Really?
out of print and it's not streaming anywhere.
Why?
Yeah, and apparently it's like selling very high on eBay.
That's so funny.
Oh, I thought it was why?
It was a Ron Howard movie that's it's like a forgotten classic. Look at the fucking cast. Like,
Yeah.
I know that you guys don't know if you're younger than the age of
Talk about
35.
the ute, the boot, and the goot. I mean, get me there.
Dude, if you're younger than the age of 35, there used to be a thing called character actors. And what they used to do is they used to have people that look like people you'd meet on the street, but they'd be actors.
Yeah.
And they'd be in things. And one of those things...
But now we just don't get jobs.
They just don't. You're either have to be deformed,
Yes.
or you have to.
And they're only
why
going
you're
to make
laughing
so
about that.
many mask movies. Yeah.
There's only so many. You get one fat girl movie a year.
Yeah, that's
That's
all.
how you get.
If you don't get that, well, you're
Done.
shit out of luck.
Sorry about it. We already put a fat one in. And so this one had, who was huge, is Don Amici. Don Amici's an amazing character actor. I believe was also in Batteries Not Included.
I think he was.
Batteries Not Included was an amazing
but
movie.
not an alien movie.
Yes, it is.
Yes,
Oh,
it
it is.
is.
Oh, I was thinking
It
of
is.
Short Circuit because I was looking at Batteries Not Included, and then I was looking up Short Circuit.
Short
because it was
Circuit's
like,
not an
Short
alien movie.
Circuit's not an alien movie.
No, that's
We will
a
do a
robot
ro-
come to life.
that's
movie.
Robot Come to Life movie.
We will do a robot
Just
film.
like that's Chappie is Short Circuit and Batteries Not Included is more District 9.
That's fascinating
you know?
breakdown as
yes,
well.
yes, 100%.
Very good.
Yeah,
There's so many. You know
oh
what's
my
funny?
God.
What
I love the
I
Batteries.
love
Not
batteries. I
Included.
do love Batteries Not Included.
Make this your best season yet with nutritious 2-minute meals from Factor. Eating well has never been this easy. Just heat up and enjoy, giving you more time to do what you want. Subjugate the government. Factor meals arrive fresh and ready to eat, perfect for any active lifestyle. Factor powers your day with satisfying breakfasts, on-the-go lunches, premium dinners, and guilt-free snacks and desserts. Don't mind if I do. And with 45 weekly menu options, you can pick gourmet meals that fit your goals. Oh, please don't lie to me, Factor. You could choose from Calorie Smart, Protein Plus, Keto, and more. I'm liking my salmon down from the Baja. That Baja salmon is delicious. And also, it's got a nice protein bulk, which is what's helping me with my gains. Right? It's helping me make all the old men jealous at the gym, watching me lift and shift, right? Watching all the old ladies at the gym, watching my muscles get big and stiff. And that's the best part. So everybody knows, oh, is he being fueled by Factor meals? He must have that Baja salmon. Yeah, you bet I do. Yum yum in my tum-tum. Get started at factormeals.com/left50off and use code left50off to get 50% off plus free shipping on your first box. That's code left50off at factormeals.com/left50off for 50% off plus free shipping. Do you plan your vacation locations based on the local language? With Babbel, language no longer has to be the barrier. Babbel's quick 10-minute lessons, handcrafted by over 200 language experts, get you to begin speaking your new language in 3 weeks or whatever pace you choose. Babbel's tips and tools are inspired by the real-life stuff you actually need when communicating. With a focus on conversation, you'll be ready to talk wherever you go. You know what I really need is a hand gestures manual as well. I need a Babbel. I need you to... This has been great. I've learned Italian so quickly just going through it, but what does it mean when the man goes under his chin and he does like a strike at me, or another man where he did a thing where he went like he made a yell at me, and I believe like a fingers like two prongs, he made two prongs at me. Have I been cursed? Is this an Italian curse? Is all my pasta going to be gluten-free now because of what this guy did? All right, I need to know, Babbel. But honestly, otherwise the Italian stuff, it's amazing. I'm a regular Chef Boyardee. Let's get more of you talking in a new language. Babbel is gifting our listeners 60% off subscriptions at babbel.com/left. Get up to 60% off at babbel.com/left. Spelled BABBEL.com/left. Babbel.com/left. Rules and restrictions may apply. You make countless decisions every day, but one of the easiest and most important decisions you can make is securing your home with Simply Safe. Traditional security systems only take action after somebody has already broken in. But Simply Safe's Active Guard outdoor protection can help prevent break-ins before they happen, because they change the criminals' minds. AI-powered cameras backed by live professional monitoring agents monitor your property and detect suspicious activity and launch microscopic telepathic drones into the brains of criminals across a 5-mile radius of your home. If someone's looking around or acting suspiciously, you stop them dead in their tracks. Those agents see and they talk to them in real time, activate spotlights, and even contact the police, all before they have a chance to get inside your home. Neutralize! Threat neutralized! A lot of people coming in here trying to steal our thoughts, trying to steal my precious content, my precious jokes. And for those of you who even are going to try to come into my office to try to steal my precious IP, I'll tell you what, you just got neutralized. You're not going to make it past the front steps. Thanks to Simply Safe, your butt is nut. Visit simplysafe.com/LPOTL to claim 50% off a new system with a professional monitoring plan and get your first month free. That's simplysafe.com/LPOTL. There's no safe like Simply Safe. What I think is important when we talk about this dumb stuff, right? Like, we're sitting here, partially, it's obviously we're having fun on the show and we like talking about movies, but it really is important, I think, to filmmakers. And I've heard this said in filmmaking class, which is the idea of know your genre. Yeah. It doesn't matter what anybody else thinks about the movie if you know what the genre of the movie is as the maker.
Yeah.
And so that perspective changes everything. And it really requires, I think, unfortunately, the real education of a filmmaker is watching movies and identifying what are the telltale signs of very specific genres. Because then what you can do is, if you're a really good filmmaker, you can manipulate the traditional chapters of a genre film to tell stories. But it's important to know those very traditional chapters.
Right.
And that they are very distinct versions of movies. And it's funny until you start to really pick them all apart to see, like, there really is entire veins of... You could see producers in the 80s having kind of dumb-ass conversations like this that are actually extremely important to the art.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. I mean, it's alien movies are very deep. They're way deeper than you think they are.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
sure.
and a lot of times they reflect society, which I think is really fucking cool.
Well, that's also the best part of horror and genre. I feel like horror as a genre is one of the best. Same thing with sci-fi. Sci-fi and horror are such a great, entertaining way to deliver ideas as well, especially sci-fi.
Yeah.
Sci-fi is like, that's why in the end I love sci-fi, because it delivers cool concepts in an entertaining way.
How like District 9 is kind of about apartheid.
Very much so.
You know?
yes.
And so it's very, I love that
God,
shit.
District 9 is so good.
I love District
is
9.
so
I feel
good.
like that movie, I hear a lot of people say they don't like it.
No, it's because he lost the plot. I think the director himself kind of lost.
It got nominated for Best Picture.
But the rest of his movies were not very. Elysium
I
was
love
fine.
Chappie.
I
I'm a
know.
Chappie sympathizer.
I hate
But
Chappie.
District 9 was very good.
I know.
It's
Yeah.
very and it has great rewatchability. I
But
have
for me,
seen it multiple times.
Chappie ruined that for me.
Yeah.
There's a sequel coming.
Of Chappie?
Chappie?
District,
District
9.
9.
District 9.
We've been
Oh,
working on it
cool.
for like 10 years.
Yeah, District 69. Yeah, fuck yeah, dude.
Nice.
Sucking dick, eating pussy, dude.
Fucking eat your prawn ass,
I'm gonna slap
dude. I'll
what-
fucking skin you. I'll take your shell off and
I'm
fucking
shitting.
slurp
It's not
on your
my
little legs.
It's not my pussy. It's my asshole.
I want to bring up a movie that it was one of the first movies I thought of when you said alien movies, and it was one of my favorites as a child, and that was Purple People Eater. One-eyed, one-horn, flying, purple people eater.
One-eyed, one-horn, flying, purple people eater.
Do you remember the movie?
Absolutely.
I was obsessed with that movie.
We all
And
were.
Slapstick children's
so
film.
weird. And I feel like that's why in going back through, I have so many more memories. And I don't know if it was because I was born in the late 80s of zany alien movie. Like,
Yes.
when I think alien movies, also one of the first things I thought of, Little Shop of Horrors. That's more of
it
where my
is.
brain goes
Yes,
to.
it is.
I
Of like,
guess that is a alien movie.
And it's an alien,
Yeah.
very much an alien movie.
he's from outer space.
It's a
Or-
Triffid.
I think of like, a Rocky Horror Picture Show. I think of
Is Rocky
alien
Horror?
movie. Yeah,
Yeah.
they're aliens from the planet
Yeah. I thought
I thought that was
Transylvania.
more
From the
like
planet
a-
Transylvania.
Oh, that's not a Frankenstein movie.
No.
Oh, interesting.
I mean, there's parts
Have you
of
never
that,
seen
yes,
Rocky
but-
Horror?
I have, but I'm always hammered.
Yeah,
Yeah,
of course.
yeah. It is. It's so. I think that like I would love to do a big like go and do like an experience. I've never actually gone.
I've done
to
it a couple
Rocky Horror.
times. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
It's a lot
Yeah.
of fun.
I have friends that do it in they do it regularly, and it sounds like a blast. I've never
I've never
I
really
stumbled
done it.
upon it in Phoenix when I was by myself at midnight, and I had they had one
Fun.
seat left. It was amazing. I had
That's
such a great time.
awesome.
Yeah.
But Little Shop of Horrors is very good and really did scare me. That I think scared me more than the original Alien did when I saw it young, just because I thought it could happen. Like in a way that I think when I was a kid, I thought Alien could never happen, but Little Shop of Horrors could.
Yeah.
And I know that's a very stupid thing
Well,
to say.
because
but
you're in space and you can
you're
relate
right.
to New York. You
You're
can't
right.
relate to a spaceship.
You're so
That's why
right.
I'm
grew
not
up
scared of Event Horizon.
Yes, because we grew up in Skid Row.
Yo, Skid Row. Oh. And I love Little Shop of Horrors.
You know, I think that I wonder what it is. Maybe let's ask this question, because I wonder if you're younger than 30, if you've experienced this, where when we were growing up, I remember being vaguely traumatized by certain films when I was a kid that now I look at and are not they're not scary.
Right.
Well, you
yeah.
didn't have restrictions on you, right? You can watch anything.
Sort of. I mean, like, but it was the stuff that was interesting. It was the stuff
Oh my
like,
God! You're showing us the look who's talking toilet.
Look Who's Toilet
because I
was
was
mine.
terrified of the toilet. We were scared of the toilet. That was Look Who's Talking 2, right?
I think so.
Yes.
You know what mine was?
Give me your pee. Yes.
You know what it was mine? It was the opening sequence from Amazing Stories.
Oh.
The opening sequence from Amazing Stories that was the Steven Spielberg's basically Twilight
show.
Zone ripoff.
TV show,
Yes.
yeah.
Yes, that was truly pure. Play this. For some reason, it still brings chills to my fucking spine for some reason. The song of it does.
Is that just...
No, this is a sexy scene. This is a clip because remember that when he got the ring, he buys the ring from the pawn shop?
Yes.
And it's Danny DeVito and Rhea Perlman.
Yeah. Oh my God, yes.
I don't know why this
I remember this.
still freaks me out. It's like it literally makes all the
I
hairs
love
on the back
it.
of my
It shows
neck
you
stand.
like this is like Spaceship Earth.
It is.
It shows you like the evolution of storytelling.
Something about the music and about the caveman being lost in the dark, and then the top
And
hat.
the top hat and magic.
Oh, those dirty magician liars.
I don't like their lying. Life isn't an illusion. Life is real, magician man.
I gotta watch this. I haven't seen this legitimately since I was a child.
Amazing Stories really holds up.
Yeah?
I've watched a fuck ton
So
of it
does the
recently.
Twilight Zone movie.
They're all Twilight Zone
yeah.
movie, except for the murder he committed. It's a perfect movie.
a murder. It was an accidental death.
That is going to get.
They were being fast and loose with
Yeah, it was-
some
They
rules.
were being fast and loose, but at the same time, they didn't kill anyone on purpose.
Unfortunately, it's just the idea that movies are supposed to be just so important that it doesn't matter what happens to anybody involved. Like, that's like one of those things that I'll always sort of like. There's a bitter taste in my mouth because it led to the Russ stuff and it led to the Allman Brothers stuff with Sarah
Yes.
Brown and Sarah Jones. And it led to all that stuff where it's like that idea that, we need to be so thankful to be in this industry that we can die for it.
But accidents do happen on any job.
I
sure.
agree. I agree. It was mostly just everybody saying
It's not like a line cook's never been dead, Like it's just like
well, most of the time a line cook is killed by an ex-girlfriend or someone else on staff. That's different. Again, they chose the life. Line cook life chose them.
What are some recent Alien films that you've seen? Alien, not obviously, we're not talking about the Alien series, but like movies about aliens that you've seen. I'll go first. Last night, I wanted to prepare a little bit, so I put 2 on. I didn't make it through the second one, but I saw No One Will Save You, the Hulu original new film.
Yes.
It's aight.
Yeah, it's aight.
It was better than I thought it was going to be. I wish I would have known that there was no dialogue in the movie. Oh my God, I remember 30 minutes in, I'm like, are they not talking?
Well, I got technically Alien Romulus was fine.
I really liked it.
I liked it better than Prometheus. That's
Yes.
for
Oh, of
fucking
course.
certain.
Yeah.
Same.
I thought that was fine. I saw that one. And then, is Dune an alien movie? No.
No, Dune's in the Star Trek
think
genre
so.
of it. I mean, technically, it's a fantasy.
Have you ever seen Sputnik?
No.
Sputnik is a very good alien horror film.
Yeah.
Okay.
Very, very good. And there was another one about, remember that the moon's dangerous? The one where they go up on the moon. I want to say it's Apollo.
Oh,
Like
yeah. It's
19?
a couple. They made it a couple years ago.
Yes, Apollo 19. They go to the
I
moon.
don't know that one.
They go
Yes.
to the moon, and it turns out the moon's
Right.
got bugs on it. It's got evil bugs on it.
Yeah,
not
no,
dangerous.
It's called
moonlight.
Apollo something.
It's Apollo something.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's another one of the more recent ones. I think I saw.
Of course,
Apollo
Google's
11.
like Apollo 13. It's like, no,
No,
not
I
Apollo
know what
13.
that is.
Yes, it was Apollo 11.
Is A Quiet Place an alien movie?
Yes.
They are aliens?
Alien invasion.
They are aliens.
It's an alien invasion.
Okay.
Yeah,
Man,
yeah,
that
yeah,
quiet,
very much so.
That Quiet Place prequel, whatever that other one.
God, that
was hot garbage.
You're telling me the cat isn't going to meow one fucking time?
One time?
Yeah, one meow out of that
One
cat? Did
time?
they rip its larynx out?
The original one was pretty good. Like, I thought it was pretty good. It's
fine.
not like it's
Yeah.
not. Yeah, it didn't break the bank. But
Do you know how many movies came out in a row about being quiet?
Yeah.
There was like 5 movies in a row about
and
being
honestly,
quiet.
and you know which one won? Don't Breathe.
Yes!
Don't Breathe was obviously
Made
the
for $2
superior
million
of all. It
in
was
Detroit.
so good.
And that is
So
our
good.
Be Quiet film movie
You're right,
genre
you're right.
episode.
The
that we'll
safe,
get to.
quiet place. Yeah. One thing I like about the Quiet Place, no cokeheads.
Sad.
Yeah, man, they're not tweaking out loud
ain't
enough.
But
gonna
also,
make it.
Cloverfield Lane.
10 Cloverfield Lane is fucking awesome.
Yes, it
So
is.
One of
good.
John
So good.
Goodman's
So
greatest roles. Tragedy,
Yes.
he didn't get nominated.
Yes.
He puts on a display of acting in that film. I love 10. It's one of the movies on my list. I think it's one of my favorite Alien films.
I love that movie.
Yeah, it's terrifying. It's 3 different genres in one. You know, it's a capture. What would you call that? Like a kidnapping film, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I would put it as you know what's funny? It's in the Be Quiet movie category.
Yes, it is.
And we're saving it for that episode.
in the Be Quiet movie category. Unfortunately, that's its own whole other thing. Everybody's got to be quiet.
So, how do you feel about? Now, can I let out of the bag who we're going to interview at Contact in the Desert?
Of course.
We're going to interview Whitley Strieber at Contact in the Desert. Very excited. So I'm like, once I found out last night that Communion is actually about him, written by him,
Yes.
wrote the screenplay and the book.
Yes.
I got halfway through it. I'm enjoying it, but
It's
it is
good.
a little silly. It's dated for sure.
The Christopher Walken thing, it is quite dated. The aliens are definitely puppets. There is a weird thing with Christopher
like
Walken.
puppets.
Whoa,
Yes,
Christopher
but they are.
Walken's really given a very
Yeah.
I think these are
amorphous-
behind the scenes.
No, this is from the movie.
yes.
This is from the movie?
I
in
didn't
the
get.
movie.
I didn't get to this
He
part.
dances like this in the movie?
He can't help it. You know,
just-
it's like Sam Rockwell. He's going to dance if he's in a film.
Yes.
You know,
I mean, he used to be a dancer.
Yeah. Well, so I like, how do you feel about Communion? Is it accurate? And then a follow-up question, Henry, what is the most accurate movie about alien invasions that you, or something like that you would think of?
I personally think the most accurate is I love Arrival.
Okay.
I love the idea of something truly alien that it is very difficult for us to understand.
Love that.
I think that's a part of what the main issue is that we expect these things to show up and we'd even recognize them.
Yes.
And then Communion, you'd probably close to put the most directly like consulted by somebody that was abducted by aliens.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess technically you would say it would have to be the most accurate
Yeah.
because he was the guy that wrote it was abducted by aliens.
Fire in the Sky.
Fire in the Sky had a lot of liberties. I don't know if Travis Walton necessarily was even involved with the making of Fire in the Sky.
Because it's based off of the book.
I believe that
Okay.
he was more inspired.
Oh, he's
by
in it. He's in the movie.
He's in the
Yes.
movie, but I don't know if
he makes a
contributes.
cameo, so I think he's.
I mean, he co-signs it for
Yeah,
sure.
he
When we
definitely
saw him
does.
speak at Contact in the Desert, he showed scenes from the
Yeah.
film.
Of course.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, he's got to be pro it.
Yeah, but like, so you think Arrival would be the most accurate to what we're talking about here? Like, you know, I mean, I go back and forth. I mean, because it's so over the top, and like they're making like a clear point that, first of all, don't be scared of them,
Well, you know,
and it's just as much a time travel movie as it is.
yeah, I do. Yeah, you know, it's hard because in my mind, I still believe that there's way more of a psychic component to the whole thing. I think that the idea of the entire scenario being kind of wrapped up in one movie is actually quite difficult.
Yeah, I think Close Encounters might be the most accurate.
Sure.
Because it's got the orbs, it's got it's got a lot of things that are taken straight from people's experiences.
Oh yes, and then the idea of feeling like you're special, like you're being spoken to, like you got Richard Dreyfuss was chosen in that film. A lot of times people talk about abduction scenarios going on by the time when people that have been abducted that remember past a certain age, they then kind of go into either some form of regression therapy or something where then they begin to think that or maybe come to realize that they have been getting abducted since they were a kid.
Yeah.
So that would also reflect that. And then I do think it's Mac and Me.
Yeah,
And I think
definitely,
that's
obviously.
the final one.
Yeah, and then
Because
Color
it
Out
has
of
to have a
Space.
butthole. It has to have a butthole for a mouth.
Yes. You know what other one I like a lot? Contact.
Contact is a very emotional movie.
Yeah, I enjoy Contact. I think it's definitely, it has its silly parts to it, and like it gets a little weird with the Matthew McConaughey and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But I love the Jake Busey character. He's terrifying to me, and it's just sad.
Do you
And
think
it's
that do you think Jake Busey like frightens his family and his friends?
Obviously.
Yeah.
Did you see that Gary Busey's grandson has a band? It's a one-man band that he does fake rave music with.
Oh,
Really?
so he's not like playing the accordion or
No.
anything.
Is it
no.
Jake's kid, or is it another child?
No, it's some other child because the guy's too old.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, I mean, that's nothing to do with what we're talking about.
No, but
I
Gary
do-
Busey could be an alien.
Yeah, he definitely could have.
Have a question for you guys because you said, all right, no movies that completely occur in space, but what about Sphere? Now that is in space, but that is an alien too, or it's like at least, something that is
I didn't even
to
think
them
about Sphere.
Sphere's kind of water-ish, isn't it?
esque, but it's also,
Aren't there,
I
like,
mean,
sea snakes
it
in that
can
movie
like read
or
you
something?
and you go inside of it and like, no, so it is
Well,
like alien
I remember-
technology.
Now we know about aliens more than ever. They are probably, if they are somehow based on the planet Earth, they probably are coming from the water.
Yes. Okay. That makes sense.
Wow, Sphere. I haven't thought about Sphere in a long
I
time.
loved the movie
I saw this in the
Sphere.
theater, and I remember really not liking it.
was
Really?
Yeah, I remember.
No,
Good book.
watch it again. It's great.
It's a Michael Crichton film.
I mean, it's very bad. It's not
Yeah.
good. It's. I understand if you were young watching it. I like watching it now, and I think it's maybe because I watched it so many times when I was young.
Yeah.
That I always enjoy it. It's not. You don't watch it for it to be good, though.
Okay.
I
fair
have
enough.
two more esoteric choices that I absolutely love.
Oh yeah.
Annihilation.
I love Annihilation,
Yes.
but that's on another. Annihilation's great. You know what else? Can I say something about Annihilation? I feel like the plot from Annihilation was borrowed from for Frozen 2. And I think that they fucking ripped off Annihilation.
Well, you know what they
and,
took it off.
Okay, you're
It
saying
all
I,
is-
okay. I thought you meant that Frozen 2 or that
Whoa,
Annihilation
that Space
stole from Frozen
Invaders?
2.
No,
That
the
was
other
my
way.
favorite.
Oh, Rob
Space
just brought up
Invaders
Space
is fun.
Invaders. I
Space
haven't
Invaders
thought
a lot
about
of
that.
fun.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, this movie's a blast. Everyone knows about space.
Dude.
Yeah. This is
Yes.
very stupid. It's actually not good at all, but
No.
it's worth watching.
I would see that again.
Yeah, no, definitely, biggest joint you can roll for sure. For,
yeah.
for
Space Invaders.
You know, way better than Paul.
I hate Paul.
Paul sucked.
Right?
Hate
Yeah,
Paul.
Paul was garbage. Yeah.
Yeah, Seth MacFarlane's not good at movies.
He's not, is he?
No.
Although I am very excited for the new Naked Gun.
I'll watch it.
I'll see it.
I'll definitely
Yeah,
watch it.
I'll see it.
yeah.
We'll see.
Guess what's happening, folks? It's Mother's Day. Very soon. Every year, it comes earlier and earlier and earlier and earlier. This year, May 11th. Mark it in your calendar now. It's May 11th, all right? Know what you're going to do? Just go to 1-800-Flowers and order something, and it will show up on May 11th, all right? That's how you do it. You get it done and out of your head now, all right? So make this Mother's Day even sweeter with 1-800-Flowers. They'll double it to 2 dozen for free, all right? You believe that? When you order one now, you get 2. I recently, 1-800-Flowers is like, you know what? Get your mom something nice for Mother's Day. And I told them, I was like, my mom's dead. And they're like, aren't you married? And I was like, you're right. You're right. You forget that your mother-in-law also should get flowers on Mother's Day. And not just that, sister-in-law, sister, anyone you know, they will appreciate it so much because everyone knows there is no love like a mother's love. So send it back. To claim your Double Your Roses offer, go to 1-800-Flowers.com/LPOTL. That's 1-800-Flowers.com/LPOTL. Get them flowers. Your mom will love you for it. Give her a kiss. Give her a hug. Let her know you love her.
This podcast is brought to you by Squarespace. Squarespace gives you everything you need to offer services and get paid, all in one place. Seems amazing, right? It's because it is. From consultations to events and experiences, showcase your offerings with a customizable website designed to attract clients and grow your business, which is good because, let's just say I need it. As you may or may not know, I lost horsepicks.com in a very, very public and embarrassing auction to a young man by the name of Charlie Bucket, who has decided to take my horse picks and drive it towards the right. Some of the incendiary horse picks that I've seen, including Steve Bannon on a Clydesdale. One of the worst I saw was Ivanka Trump inside of a mare. And I know that like this is not the direction that I saw horsepicks.com and that little boy, I didn't know that he'd become a full-fledged Nazi and grow his hair into broccoli shapes and do all sorts of things I don't understand, which is why I've started emupaintings.com. Thank you, Squarespace, because emupaintings.com it's an exceptional way for me to get you paintings of emus in various positions that emus would normally be. And in a way, I find it both amusing and inspiring to see what emus can do using the painter's brush and imagination. And if it wasn't for Squarespace, I would be absolutely effed to the gills. That's the term for being absolutely S out of luck. So Squarespace, thank you for streamlining your workflow with built-in tools, because I would not have been able to get this website up fast enough due to the legal fees I've received and the personal heartache and my own health deteriorating. I just want to say thank you, Squarespace, for all your help. And emupaintings.com is going to be just as good and just as funny and relevant. I promise. Head to squarespace.com/left for a free trial. When you're ready to launch, use offer code LEFT to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. Did you know Fast Growing Trees is the biggest online nursery in the U.S.? With thousands of different plants and over 2 million happy customers. Trees everywhere, and trees for thee. Fast Growing Trees has all the plants your yard needs, from fruit trees to shrubs. I do want some shrubs. Fast Growing Trees, they get those shrubs to me. Go online and I buy these trees, and Fast Growing Trees send these shrubs to me. They make it easy to get your dream yard so many shrubs. Order online and get your plants delivered directly to your door in just a few days without ever leaving home. My shrubs are lit right now. You have no idea. These shrubs coming in out of the house. They're all just hanging out. Honestly, it's like spring break for shrubs in my backyard right now. Thanks, Fast Growing Trees. Because I do want some shrubs. I want some shrubs. Fast Growing Trees will send those shrubs to me. You go this spring, they have the best deals for your yard. Up to half off on select plants and other deals. And listeners to our show get 15% off their first purchase when using code LEFT at checkout. That's an additional 15% off at fastgrowingtrees.com. Using the code LEFT at checkout. Fastgrowingtrees.com, code LEFT. Now's the perfect time to plant. Use LEFT to save today. Offer is valid for a limited time. Terms and conditions may apply. But with Annihilation, you know what Annihilation is. Annihilation's essentially a retrofitting of Heart of Darkness by Joseph Conrad. And same thing as Apocalypse Now. Same thing as these. It's all about traveling into a thing. Technically, also, Annihilation borrows a lot from a sci-fi author by the name of J.G. Ballard, who wrote a book called The Crystal World that is just like this. It's just this, like, a weird force has arrived. It's changing a part of this one part of the country. Scientists are arriving in there to try to figure it out. Yeah. And there's something about the travel in.
No one saw Annihilation. I feel like it got like unjustly, like, I don't know, panned, or I don't know what happened to that movie and why it wasn't popular.
It was
but
by what's
fucking
his name,
awesome.
Right?
Alex Garland.
Same guy who did. Is that Ex Machina or no?
Yeah.
That is Ex Machina, right?
Yeah.
And Civil War.
And
Warfare. And Civil War and Warfare.
Wow. Okay.
What's
Yeah.
Warfare?
So I like all of his movies. That's the new
Iraq War.
Yeah, it's the new Iraq War movie.
It's good.
It's not. Is it funny or?
Yeah, it's hilarious.
It's hilarious. Yeah, it's a laugh a minute.
It takes place in real time.
Oh wow!
It's very good.
Oh, but it's
But
not.
he's also
funny.
doing 28 years later, which I am excited.
Oh, I thought that was Danny Boyle.
That's Danny Boyle.
Oh, is it? I thought it was Alex Garland.
No, Danny Boyle. Oh, if it
They're
is,
putting Michael
No, it is
Gandolfini in
Danny
more
Boyle.
things.
He was good. He was good.
He's
what?
good in Warfare. He's good.
Yeah.
He's
Did
not
you
a
see
huge-
Warfare?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Both of us saw it.
Oh, wow.
We didn't go together, but we
No,
saw it.
we both saw it.
Yeah. All right. Let's move on to alien films we don't like.
Oh.
I'll go first. Pitch Black and Signs. Don't like either one of them.
You know, Pitch Black is funny because that's a Vin Diesel effort outside of Triple X that I actually kind of like. Because nowadays, you know what's funny about those style of, like, this genre is that at this point, because of the superhero genre, it makes these movies look way better.
Okay.
All without the super. If you got rid of the
It does
superhero
take
genre,
place in space, so I'm going against my own
but
bullshit
if you
here.
got rid of the superhero genre, we would still be bagging on these movies. But because superhero movies are such a waste of everybody's time and such a waste of the economy and money and shit, these movies you just showed that like, look at this. Like this was made for like $25 million.
Dumb goggles.
How much you hate the superhero genre? We do ads for them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I fucking can't stand them.
I think Thunderbolts is going to be great.
The problem with the movies, with my main issue truly is just that I'm not going to watch 10 movies to watch one movie.
You don't have to. They
Yes,
make
you
them
do.
for idiot proof.
No, but then that's the problem is that now I'm watching them as an idiot, and I've done this. I've tried to watch them out of sequence, and then I watch one that I'm sort of vaguely interested in, and they have all these references to a bunch of shit that I couldn't possibly give a fuck about, and it's all this other stuff where it's like, just make this one movie, and I would have bought a ticket to it. If this was just one standalone film, I could just watch the movie. That's why I watch movies, and I hate television series. I don't watch television series because guess what? They never end, and they just fucking keep going.
You really don't watch it. I don't
He doesn't
like
watch
TV that
television.
much, but I do watch some of it. You watch none of it.
None. I watch none. I watch
You watch
basically
trash TV.
I watch trash reality TV.
Yep.
Documentaries. I watch my drag race. I got Project Runway's coming back. And then I watch movies.
See, I watch none of that, and I watch some actual TV.
Yeah, every time I watch a TV, I don't like it.
You're such a fucking coward.
I just don't like it. It's not for me. I hate the thing, too. You know what I really, really fucking hate? What I really fucking hate
What
is
do
when
you
somebody
hate?
does
What do
the
you
thing.
hate?
You open this.
Yeah,
It's
what do you hate?
When they, like, it's just, there's too many storylines all at once.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody, it's just like, I don't care.
You love
it's too
Twin
much.
Peaks. You know what's proof that Henry doesn't like TV shows? You hate the Dune show.
I'm not allowed to say. We have to cut that because we do a series of ads for it. We'll have to cut it.
We do ads for Marvel movies.
Marvel movies, they don't even hear what we say. I have no idea what we say.
We love them.
We love them. No, you know what it is about them? I guess it's like, I don't mean to be that butthurt about it. It's just like, I feel like you could probably, like, I'm watching our friend, Ryan Coogler.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
watching
Oh, is
our
this how you're
friend.
referring to him
Yes,
now? Okay.
my friend.
All right, great.
I'm watching him get run over the coals in the trades, all bagging him for his money, how little, quote unquote, how much money that show was supposed to make Sinners and shit.
It's killing it. It's
But-
an R-rated movie that's number one in the box office 2 weeks
For
in a
a couple
row.
of weeks.
Yeah, dude, but they're comparing it to everyone in China is seeing the new Marvel movie money that they have to make. These Marvel movies have to make hundreds of millions, almost $1 billion just to break even. And it is killing us.
Yeah.
It is killing the entire industry.
Well, it's bringing back into independent film.
No, it's not yet, because they're all dogging on the independent films that sort of do well.
Sinners is not an independent film.
They are viewed. That's how fucked
That's
shit
a
is, Eddie.
blockbuster.
But that's how fucked shit is right now, Eddie.
Yeah.
That's viewed as a scrappy movie that might just make it. And it's like, it's a huge tentpole horror summer film, you morons.
There's two Michael B. Jordans in it.
It just gets to a point where
Not
it's
one,
like,
but
how much
two.
money are we all supposed to make?
Yes. No, but that movie's gonna it's killing it. It already made back its money.
No, I love
And then
Sinners.
some.
I'm just saying that that's kind of what that's what the Marvel and superhero movies do, is set up this like truly unmatchable amount of money
Yeah.
that
for sure.
everybody has to make.
Yep.
And it has to be palatable to any person with half an eyeball
Yeah.
that can arrive to see it.
And they're shitting on him like he didn't make two of the biggest movies ever made.
He just made
Yeah.
he made the
Doing fine.
superhero dude. He did one for you guys.
Yeah.
He made Black Panther, guys.
And everyone's trashing the fact that he got this deal where he owns it after 25 years. When
should be so-
Tarantino got the deal.
Everybody, it is not that uncommon. Everybody's just trying to hurt this man.
Yes.
They're trying to hurt the man and trying to hurt the work. And there's no fucking reason for it.
All right. Well,
I like the movie The Faculty.
I like that they gave it a good soundtrack.
Yes.
It's got a great soundtrack. It is, but in talking about alien movies that are not very good, that is definitely one of them. But
Yeah.
man, I will say, if it is on, I'll watch it.
Do you remember they had to push it because it was all about killing the teachers?
Oh, and it was
like
right
it was
after Columbine. Yes.
Or are you thinking about Teaching Mrs. Tingle?
That I am, because it was supposed to be
But she
killing
deserved
Mrs. Tingle, and then they changed it.
Teaching Mrs. Tingle was the
right.
one where they killed because this is, I mean, they're aliens, so you gotta kill these.
You know what one
teachers.
I had to get over my penis to enjoy?
What?
Under the Skin.
I never saw it.
Under the Skin, when I first saw it, I was just like, it's got Scarlett Johansson's boobies in it. And then now, as an adult, I watch it, and I realize it's actually quite good.
Yes.
It's quite haunting.
Yes.
It's actually very, very, very good. It's like, and I want to say it's probably ScarJo's best movie.
I didn't even know it was an alien film.
Yes, it's an
Until
alien movie.
I started researching this episode.
It's ScarJo's best movie outside of Her, where she's not in it.
Yeah. You know, it's a good future space movie, but not an alien movie that kind of I've always put in the same genre as this, and I'm probably incorrect. It's Melancholia.
You know, Melancholia is a cool movie. That's a very interesting movie.
It's got Deer Hunter vibes
It
to
does.
it, you know, and
It's sad.
It's very sad.
Yeah.
It's very sad, but I like that movie. And it's got, Kate Winslet's boobies.
Well, no, not Katie Winslet. The other one.
Oh,
Kirsten Dunst.
Kirsten Dunst.
But they're sad
But
boobies.
they're sad boobies, yeah.
Yeah,
That's the
yeah,
thing.
yeah.
It's like, I always kind of felt like that. I
Is
remember
Under the
being-
Skin sad boobies?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what's also funny, too, is that as a kid, too, like, I remember doing that. You ever just, like, okay, Jackie, you're not here. You ever do the thing where
I am here. I need everyone to know I am still here.
where you have to thumb through an extremely sad movie just to see tits as a little boy?
Oh, I mean, yes, that was a big part
like
of
the
my
piano.
childhood.
I always remember flipping through the piano.
Yes, yeah,
you don't want
just
me
to see her tits.
You don't want me to be hearing this, but I need you to know I need to bring up Astronaut's Wife because that is definitely
Same.
a movie that I would go right. I knew exactly how to get to the one sex scene in Astronaut's Wife,
Yes.
which was a great, fun alien movie.
Now we're just looking at Holly Hunter nude for the piano.
Sad and nude in the piano.
I never saw the piano. I didn't know Holly Hunter got nude.
Yeah, but the
It's
rest of
sad
it's
nude.
boring.
Oh, man, she's so beautiful.
Yeah, she is.
She's
I mean,
really
we are
just
just
a
sitting here
classic, beautiful woman.
looking at
She
Holly
just
Hunter.
cries. in
I
that
watched
movie.
The Firm the other day.
Guess what,
for
man?
the first
No
time.
fucking piano in it either. I'm expecting.
There's no piano in that movie?
This is my thing. You call
Hold
that
on,
movie the
hold on.
piano?
Are you really going to fucking tell me there isn't one piano in the piano?
Listen to me, Eddie. Not one Jerry Lee Lewis song.
Do you know? Oh my God! Yeah, man, that's fucked up. And you know what else?
That's how that movie should open.
There's no game in the crying game.
There's no game. It's just crying.
Yeah.
All right. Man, that would be so cool. It was the piano. The
right.
piano too. Ragtime. I think she's a deaf woman.
It says there is a piano in the piano.
Yeah, there's like a piano in it. Yeah, she's mute.
She's mute. Oh, did she talk through a piano?
Well, she does the thing where she's like, she tries to marry the piano. I don't know.
Yeah, she becomes the piano, but she can't. Because
Oh,
she
You
okay.
ever
can't
played
hear
the
it.
piano game with a girl where you press on her clit until she starts doing the chopstick song?
Yeah. But you
That
do
ain't
with your
her
feet like Tom Hanks.
Yeah, my heels.
Yeah. And don't forget, in Big, that woman fucks a child.
child.
Yes,
Oh,
all right,
yeah.
don't forget. But we are talking about alien movies.
Hey, that
Yes,
is, I mean,
yes.
there's a whole genre of child trapped inside adult's body having sex with adults.
Different episodes.
Films.
All
There's
right.
many of those films.
Sleeper movies about aliens, ones that you think maybe have flown under the radar, people haven't seen that much. I'll go first, as always. Slither.
Love
So good. So good.
Slither's
So
fucking
good.
cool, man.
Yes,
I
dude.
It's gross. It's
Yeah.
fucking Michael Rooker is
Yes.
incredible in
Slither
that
is
movie.
great
I
movie.
really love Slither.
You know what's one that I forgot about that I was reminded by? I mean, and it's a major one. It's just one of those that doesn't come about because it's the type of movie you don't see as much anymore. The Blob.
Ooh.
The 80s Blob
Yes.
is one of
Kevin Dillon.
I love that movie. And the idea of there used to be a lot more movies about just a big thing. You know,
Yeah.
like there was
Yeah.
like ants. Remember them?
Yeah.
You ever
Oh,
see
yeah.
them?
Yeah.
Oh,
that-
yeah.
With
them-
the ants,
Yes.
it's like very interesting. It's actually kind of an interesting movie. There was also the other movies. Wasn't there one about
There's
like
Killer Bee ones.
yes, and there's one about caterpillars. I think caterpillars.
I don't know.
Not ants. Not ants. The film with
Yeah, Ants the film.
ants. The film, which I think is technically the last
Sylvester Stallone, Woody Allen movie.
Sylvester Stallone Woody Allen film that we'll ever get.
Yes, that's the last one we'll ever get.
I don't think there'll be more.
Yeah. Then there are two.
There's an Ants 2?
No, 2 Sylvester Stallone Woody Allen movies because he's in Annie Hall. He's one of the guy that robs him on the train.
That's so
Whoa, the Italian stallion.
Wow.
Robbing him on a train.
Or is it Bananas? It's one of the other ones. Stallone is in
Those are the ones of his I've seen the least.
Yeah. But regardless, we're not doing that.
No, we're not doing canceled directors films.
We're not doing Allen, we're doing Aliens.
We're going to do another one where we do canceled directors
Okay,
films.
good. I can't wait for that one.
Yeah,
All right.
oh,
It's gonna be great.
I'll get into that. I'll tuck in.
I just saw Chinatown.
Great movie.
That's Chinatown.
Great movie, man. Guess who didn't like it? My wife. She was extremely upset by that film. I don't know. I was like, because in the end, at the very end of the movie, she was just like, that's it?
It's Chinatown.
I was
Chinatown.
like, yeah, baby. It's Chinatown.
You
She did
got
not
to.
enjoy the. Yeah, she was not into it.
I really liked Attack the Block. I feel like that's one that is like a
Yes,
that one that
What
people
happened
don't
to
bring
John
up.
Boyega? Does he
Star
work-
Wars.
Does he
Yeah,
do anything else?
I think
though?
doesn't he do Star Wars?
He
Yeah,
did
does
Star Wars,
but that's
and
all done now.
He then got upset about. Then he got mad about his treatment during Star Wars, and then he kind of Then he took
Pacific Rim. He was in Pacific Rim.
Oh, they're
yeah,
fine.
Yeah.
They're okay. Those
Man, that
movies.
second Pacific Rim was so bad.
You know, I find them entertaining.
I like
Again,
the first one we saw together was a lot of fun.
truly anything that's not some form of IP, sign me up. I'm desperate for new IP.
Yeah.
Like, give me another time. I don't care. Bring Triple X back. I know no one likes Triple X.
Whoa.
No,
but
I'm
I'll
done with it.
I'll see more Triple X movies. I watched 5 Final Destination movies in a row at home because I was sick. I watched all the movies in a row.
That's great. Did
Yeah.
you love them even more as they went on?
They're terrible.
Yeah.
But what's nice about them is that I'm not being spoon-fed things that I need to purchase.
Honestly,
Yeah.
you know what you need to do next? Watch all of the Fast and Furious movies back to back.
They are
because
good.
They are
It's too
very
long. No, there's a
fun.
bunch of really, really bad ones.
There's
Well,
a couple
Tokyo
ones
Drift
you
is
can
bad. Tokyo
there's a
Drift is
couple
bad.
ones you can cut out in the middle, but man, it just really when they talk about are they aliens when they ride in the car from space down back to Earth and still
Jackie,
jump
they're-
out of the car.
They're
to
anything but
murder.
alien. They're family.
They're family.
yeah.
They're family. One that came up that I forget. Color Out of Space. I brought this up. I said it under my breath earlier. But
I view Color Out of Space as an Eldritch horror film.
Now, a question though, what would be the difference then? Because then it's not coming from space, because it's coming then essentially like from the Earth.
I don't know.
I don't know anything
okay.
about this movie.
Oh, Eddie,
great.
I think that you would really enjoy Color Out of Space.
It's a slow burn.
It is.
I
It's
like a
Nick
slow burn.
Cage.
Oh.
Yeah, it's
Cool.
It's just a fun psychedelic Nick Cage sci-fi movie.
Yes, it's by Richard Stanley, the guy that did Island of Dr. Moreau.
Okay.
That was considered to be the failed Island of Dr. Moreau.
I still enjoy it.
I love that movie.
Yeah.
Also, an undiscovered classic of his in the sci-fi genre, Hardware, which is actually quite good, and the Dust Devil is. I've seen all of his films for some
Really?
reason.
Yeah.
And they're
I really,
good?
Dust Devil's really strange. It's like an erotic horror thriller that he kind of, after the success of Hardware, he was kind of allowed. Again, this is one of those things they used to give great deals to filmmakers all the time.
Yeah.
He just got this kind of like, all right, now you make your dreams desire. And then he made this kind of weird wizard desert sex movie, and everyone's like,
Whoa.
oh, this is bad. But it's quite, I liked it.
Now, how about this? I know this is one that y'all love, and we haven't brought it up yet. Maybe, I don't know if it's a sleeper or not, but Bad Taste.
Oh, Bad
yeah.
Taste is a part of the Peter Jackson.
Yeah.
You know, Peter Jackson, those early movies, they mean a lot to me.
They're not
Bad Taste,
good,
They're
but
not.
but they're important to watch.
Yes, they're not his best work, but they are like
Dead Alive is.
I love Dead Alive.
Dead Alive
good.
holds up, and like the X-rated version of Dead Alive is required watching.
I think
yeah.
Meet the Feebles holds up, but
It
I
does
also
not.
haven't seen it in a minute.
When's
and
the
I
last
want it
time you
to.
saw it?
It's been a minute.
It's pretty bad.
It does not quite hold up.
But here's the thing, though. Bad Taste and Meet the Feebles, for me, are important movies because I remember seeing them at a time that I didn't know
See these
that
films.
you could make movies movies like
Yeah.
this.
And we laughed our
In
asses
America,
off.
you couldn't probably.
Laughed and just like loved it so much, and it so affected me that while they're not good movies, they were huge to like opening up my brain into like what you could make.
Yeah.
Because to me, that's the big deal, is that like, what does it mean to you? What do the movies mean to you? I think that that's like what we sort of miss sometimes in the age of, like, I think that's also part of why I have to examine my anger.
Whoa.
And when I get angry, you heard me earlier, I got angry. And then a lot of times what my therapist tells me to do is to stop and think about, like, where is it coming from? And the anger, a lot of times for me, it comes from a deep sadness. And I think part of where the sadness comes from sometimes is that when you are making work on such a level where you're putting out 10 episodes of a series at once, and the idea of binge viewing and binge content making and binge, like, all of this concept, you begin to lose, like, I guess that's one of my main issues, is that with the new influx of all the content, is that they all blend together. And then part of me then thinks, like, these are people, each one of these television shows is a year out of those people's lives that you consume in 6 hours. And then you're like, next. And then I feel like it does get to a point where you're like, the movies used to, for me, these movies meant something. Like, even the bad ones meant something.
A lot of time the great actors say they prefer television because they really get a hold of the character. And
I
they
understand.
They get to really be a part of the character for a very long
But
time.
that's if the writing is good.
Yes.
And Killer Clowns from Outer Space is how we're ending this whole fucking thing, because it's the best one of all.
Yeah, it is a great movie. I really love Killer Clowns.
I mean, I totally understand digging into it as an actor, but again, I'm the audience member. I'm not the actor.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm trying to watch it. And I get sad because I feel like a lot of people's work gets overlooked. And I think that people spend a lot of time, and then their work is harshly judged and quickly judged, and it's flushed on the toilet.
Yeah, no.
And it makes me angry because I feel like more people should understand what goes into the stuff that they watch.
Wow.
Yeah. And I have a similar feeling. I feel like horror movies and sci-fi alien movies and all that stuff was really big for me because it, like, I don't know. It kind of like, I was an only child who, like, I lived in Boca Raton, but my family was like the family that went poor trying to live in Boca Raton.
Yep.
And so, like, I wasn't like in with all the rich kids, and I was like super fat. And so, like, I went to Catholic school, so I was a nerd. I didn't have any friends.
Oh, yeah.
And so I had like 2 friends, and we watched horror movies, and and that's how, like, I related to society from
Same.
like,
Exactly
from
the
like
same.
8 to like 14,
Yep.
until I got to high school and my fucking came out of my shell. They're very important. They really help people more than people think.
Oh, yes.
It's a lot of people look at it as trash and all that stuff, but it's actually like they teach you about society. They're the first movies where women and people of color are the leads.
No, sci-fi means the world to me.
Yeah.
Because of that. Because I'll always remember when I first got into reading sci-fi and watching these movies was when we moved really from New York to Florida. Same thing.
So it was an escape.
I was alone.
Yeah.
And there was something about connecting to something else that felt alien.
Yeah.
Right, and specifically with aliens, I think that opening up, especially from a kid's perspective of opening up what could be and showing you, even in like the zany alien comedies that a lot of us grew up on, I feel like it showed us that your current reality isn't the only thing that can exist.
Yeah.
And that's a good thing. Like, I watch alien movies from being a kid and thought, oh, that's freedom. That's a freedom that that we can have, that who knows what could happen.
Think about how free the flying purple people eater monster was.
So free.
The last bout of freedom that anyone's ever had.
Didn't have to wear any clothes. You had that unicorn horn.
Totally free.
Stitch was Stitch not a...
He's an alien.
Alien. Oh, yeah.
Stitch is an alien. He came from outer space. It's the first scene of the movie.
I'm going to admit, never seen it.
I also haven't seen it.
Really?
But they're coming out with because a lot of people in our chat on our Friday show were very excited because they're doing a live action Lilo and Stitch. And I've never seen
That makes me want to die.
Yeah, I'll check it out.
Yes.
It looks cute.
Just the
for the
idea
kids.
of the live action Lilo and Stitch.
Disney, we already have a Lilo and Stitch. They can just watch the old one.
But
Yeah.
but you didn't.
No, it's not for me.
You know what
I'm
I'm
saying
excited-
the kids can watch the old one.
You know
the
what
kids can watch the
I've
old
never
fucking one.
seen,
That they already fucking made. They already made it, and it wasn't even that fucking long ago.
It was 20-something years ago.
Whoa, is it?
Yeah.
No, I guess monsters under the bed and demons are very different than aliens because I just saw little monsters and I got excited.
That's
but
monsters.
But that's
Yeah,
monsters
it's
under
monsters.
the bed.
Another episode that we will do.
That is, yes, monsters.
Well, this has been wonderful.
This really has been. Can we write down all the potential episodes that we're going to do?
Someone will do it on Reddit, I'm
We'll
sure.
definitely do the Be Quiet films.
Yeah, I like that.
Canceled directors films.
Love
Yes.
it.
I think canceled directors films is going to be important for us.
Oh, absolutely. People really want us to do that.
Oh,
Yeah, they really want us to examine.
Scream it and really give them
I want to give you
opportunities
my
to rent them.
definitive Woody Allen watch list.
Yeah. I'll tell you what to watch. His front door. Make sure he stays
Make sure he don't
inside.
leave. Make sure he don't come after you now.
Oh, Woody Allen. You know, he's done. He'll be dead soon.
This is great. Make sure you watch and listen to Good Pud.
Please
Yes.
The
do.
funniest show on the network by far.
We are going to be doing, you'll see, a revamp of Good Pud. We have a bit of a special coming up for you very, very soon.
We certainly
That you're
do.
going to, I hope you enjoy, because we definitely enjoyed making it. And we are going to, and then Hoopagoo is going to be coming in. We're doing Hoop soon.
Yes, absolutely.
We're going to be pausing
Hoop
live
soon.
streams, but then we're going to coming back out with a whole season of Hoopagoo.
It's
Yes.
gonna be very well made and produced. Not that it wasn't before, but it's gonna be organized.
We're
this time.
doing
I'm
this
very
shit.
excited. And then, of course, this comes out on Wednesday, May 7th. If you happen to be in Fort Lauderdale, the three of us are performing tonight. At
check
the,
us out!
at the Fort Lauderdale Improv. So
And
come
we
check it out.
are prepared. We have our material. Jackie's doing 25 minutes
Yeah,
up
I've got
top.
it all
Absolutely.
set.
Yes,
and
she's got a whole thing,
I'm
and it's all
polished.
about abortion.
yeah,
Yeah,
of course.
it's going to be a lot of fun.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna
About
get into
that,
that.
abortion, you got to make you cry.
I need to
Talking
get it all
about
out.
abortion.
But of course, you know, if you've got abortion problems or if you have any other kind of
I got
bitch
99 problems, but abortion ain't one.
but a bitch might
if
be
you got
one.
abortion problems, I feel bad for you, son.
And you should take those problems to who'sthebitch.com and let us know what those problems are. Who'sthebitch.com.
Don't you have a
with my
phone
show.
number?
We do have a phone number, but all the information is on who'sthebitch.com.
Good
work.
Yeah, go do that. And then also tomorrow night, we're going to be in Orlando, the three of us, at the Orlando Funny Bone. The early show is sold out. There are still some tickets available for the late show.
And
So
that's where
make sure
Jackie
you
will be
come
doing.
and check that out.
She'll be doing her full hour on her abortion.
Obviously.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's when she's going to come up, mostly be talking. We're not going to be talking. Jackie's going to be up there.
Eggs.
Eggs.
Yeah.
Eggs.
You used
eggs
to
are
be
up
an egg.
I'm
at
doing
the
a
top
lot
of my
of-
legs.
yeah, I'm doing a
eggs
lot of
are in my hole in
beat
here.
poetry.
Eggs are
Yep.
going out here.
And by beat poetry means I'm going to do poetry and y'all going to beat the shit out of me.
Fuck
okay.
yeah.
Okay, Marina
Yeah,
Abramovich.
hitting that woman. Always funny.
Also, if you happen to be in Key West this weekend, come and see me in Key West at the Comedy Key West. I'm going to be there from May 9th to 11th. So
And he
come see
may
me
not
there.
be doing comedy, but he is going to be drinking hard.
Yeah, yeah.
So you
yeah.
just be right there with him.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially on Mother's Day.
Please go see his show on Mother's Day. Please just go see any show on Mother's
What
Day.
else you
That's
doing in
all-
Key West on Mother's Day?
That's
Come on.
all he's asking for. Bring your mother to a show on Mother's Day on Key West.
They like me.
Come on. Let him.
Moms love me.
They do.
Come on. He's allowed to eat pussy on the island.
All right, y'all. This has been Side
Hail
Stories.
Satan. Goodbye, everyone.
Bye.
Hail Peter Jackson.
Yes.
This is Comedy Bang Bang, the podcast, the promo. And in 30 seconds, I'm going to tell you why you should check out the show. I, the host Scott Aukerman, have a lighthearted conversation with famous celebrities like John Hamm, Allison Williams, Phoebe Bridgers, Jason Alexander, Natasha Lyonne, Bob Odenkirk, just to name a few. Things go a little off the rails when different eccentric characters and oddballs drop by to be interviewed as well. Each week is a blend of conversations and character work from your favorite comedians as well as some new hilarious voices. Comedy Bang Bang, the podcast. Listen every Monday wherever you get your podcasts.